Farmington Farmers standout has ended his college recruitment. Farmington's Jack Grunwald is committed to North Dakota. Grunwald had a monster junior season for the state Final Four Farmers. The 6'3" wideout had 51 catches for over 1,000 yards and 13 Farmington touchdowns. He made a visit to North Dakota last week and committed to the Fighting Hawks last night. Congratulations to Jack. Well, we also congratulate Peoria Christian's amazing three-sport star Trey Brickner. Whether on the basketball court or the soccer pitch or the track, Brickner is an absolute star for the Chargers, a state champion in track this past year. His athleticism paid off with another AAU track national championship. Brickner wins the AAU decathlon national title. Congratulations. To high school volleyball now, the final night of the ICC Summer League, and we start our highlights with the Iowa Hawkeyes. The Limestone Rockets wearing their Iowa Hawkeye camp shirts. I don't think they look very good in black and gold. Far prefer orange and blue. Brenda Williamson here to Mia Lamberti, the Illini recruit, for the nice tip. Chloe Steer is going to serve up an ace right here for Limestone. They're taking out Arova Williamsfield. Tori Trotter to Megan Erlacher for RW, but too much Limestone. This time it's Mia Lamberti to Bryn Williamson, the lefty hammer. Limestone rolls to the victory. They look all right in those Iowa colors. All Mid-Illini matchup has Metamora taking on Dunlap. We'll start our highlights with Metamora. Ella Miller, the quick set to Ava Pantoni for the big swing and a kill for the Redbirds. Then it's Tabby Vanderschaaf with a big swing. She played very, very well tonight, right down the line for a kill right there for Metamora. But Dunlap coming back. Alexis Dupuy a kill. Then Caroline Holmes to Tessa Arnott for the set point kill for Dunlap, winning that set right there. Small school matchup has Eureka taking on Hartsburg-Emden. We'll start our highlights with Eureka's Ella Payne to Brooklyn for a kill coming up right here for the Hornets. But Hartsburg-Emden's been undefeated on these Monday night ICC leagues, and they look good again tonight. Celia Cross to Elena Briggs for the big hammer, senior to senior. Then it's junior Campbell Hopkins, and Hopkins got some hop. Look at her fly for the big swing. An impressive night for Hartsburg-Emden. Jim Dandy time. Chris